Welcome to Nerdmageddon.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Nerdmageddon here on KZLX LP Maryville. I am one of your hosts, Corey Herzog. With me I have...
Hi, I'm Simon Clark. I will be enjoying tonight's game very much.
I'm terrified. Next to him we have...
Kenzie. Hello.
Boom. Okay.
Kenzie, boom. Short, sweet, go. Next. Molly. Huh?
Okay, I'm Molly Hauser, and Kenzie doesn't know the difference between Charmander and Charizard, so I'm judging her.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Imagine being on this show and not knowing your Pokemon.
Okay,
So
I saw
rude.
a little orange dragon-like creature with fiery tail.
He doesn't even have wings.
But hold on. I'm sorry that I'm still, my brain is just wanting spring break, and I've been doing so much homework today, and then I took a nap, and Corey just showed up in my room.
I did.
Nice.
But Kenzie, would you like some good news?
Go for it.
This is concerning last week's Girlmageddon Nerd Royale. Toph Beifeng won.
All right.
Woo.
Congratulations, Kenzie. Clap, clap.
I have no idea what's going on.
That's
There was a whole other separate issue that was happening outside of Nerdmageddon that
We
we were
heard
dealing
you.
with. Yeah. It was a good time. Anyway.
Anyway, hopping into nerd news now. Simon, to welcome you back to the show. Twisted Metal live action. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know what it is, Twisted Metal is this racing game. I believe it was originally put out on the PlayStation or PlayStation consoles. It is known for its grittiness and its kind of post-apocalyptic vibe that it gives off, kind of Mad Max Fury Road situation. It's for if you need help recognizing it, its face character is a clown with its head on fire or with its hair on fire.
The first photo on the link
Yeah.
that you sent us is literally just deranged clown with head on fire.
Yeah, and he drives an ice cream truck.
Yeah, I don't... That's
Yeah.
weird.
It's
But,
basically extreme Mario Kart.
Okay.
If it makes sense. Anyway, the writers for Deadpool are actually teaming together to get this show started. It's going to be a TV series. I don't know where it's going to be streamed yet, but Variety said that it is a thing that's happening.
Yeah. So the new series is being described as an action comedy based on an original take. So the people who worked on Deadpool also worked on Zombieland.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I expect a little bit of that Zombieland humor in there.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a very mature show,
Yes.
mainly because of A, terrifying clown man,
Yep.
B, people dying, and C, post-apocalyptic.
Yes. Simon, would you like to know something terrifying?
What?
One of our professors here at Northwest, Fred Lamer, is a fan of the Zombieland movies.
I understand that. I get that. I can see why.
Yeah, I'm also a big fan of Zombieland, but knowing Fred and just who he is as a person, I would never expect him to like Zombieland.
That's funny. That's funny.
I still want to see the second movie. I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. It's
I've
good.
I've heard really good things about it.
I realized my dad is Tallahassee.
It's for lack of good description, it's basically the first movie, but in my opinion, it's not as good.
It's self-aware.
It's very self-aware, and I mean, it's interesting because I love the loneliness that the first movie gives, because literally they're we are literally the last people on Earth. But then in the second one, there's so many people.
Yeah.
It's just
weird.
It's so many, and it just kind of weird continuity thing for me. I mean, if it was a standalone movie, I think it'd be fine. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about news right now.
No. But speaking of some great
That's fine.
humor, Molly and I are super, super excited about this. But The Devil is a Part-Timer, this is a popular anime from Nerdmageddon back in the olden days, is finally getting a season 2 after, what was it?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah.
Since the first season came out.
Devil's a Part-Timer is such a cute show.
It's
is.
adorable.
And I've been hearing about a season 2 being nebulous in the works, kind of, since I first watched it 3 to 4 years ago.
So,
go ahead.
guys, where am I able to watch this?
As of right now, Netflix, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
As of right now on Netflix, you can also find it on Crunchyroll and not Crunchyroll, Funimation, and possibly Hulu because they do have like a little combo deal going on there, which is funny. So for those of you who don't know the plot of The Devil is a Part-Timer, basically the devil flees his realm, his world, because he's getting his butt kicked.
Yeah.
And he comes into our world and becomes middle management at McDonald's.
Yep.
And he is convinced that he is going to take over the world through middle management of McDonald's.
He literally, like, there's this whole scene where he's working and he just goes through, like, his hierarchy of, I'm going to go from being, like, the day shift manager to the manager to, like, and he just goes and eventually it ends up with him taking over the world somehow. It's great.
I love that trope in writing, taking very unaware but self-aware characters and really feeding into that. It's so funny to me. So just the humanizing of this weird thing and then making it overtly like naive to everything around itself. It's so funny to me.
It makes me very, very happy.
Oh, absolutely.
And the
What
thing
I'm
is, he's
hearing
really
is-
good at his job.
He is.
So what I'm hearing is this is going to be a show I have to watch.
I would say so, yeah.
Because this is actually the first time I've ever heard of this anime.
It's really good. It's a comedy, so unlike animes that we've geek-commended in the past, or at least me, it's not gonna make you cry.
No.
I give a shallow laugh as I think about almost recommending Evangelion to you guys.
Oh my god!
I almost geek-commended that to you guys. That was gonna be rough.
Oh man!
I don't know
there
what
are
that
some
means.
points that you could like debate maybe crying at because it's character growth
Yes,
sure.
but
for Satan himself.
I mean,
he
yeah.
gets a girlfriend. Satan gets a girlfriend.
Y'all talk about all these animes, and I'm just like, I'm still working on My Hero.
The
same.
plural is anime, not animes. Anime as a plural.
So, Kenzie,
That's fine.
you'll be happy to know you'll recognize at least one voice in Devil is a Part-Timer. Lucifer is played by the same voice actor who does Tamaki Amajiki, a.k.a. Sun Eater from My
Yeah,
Hero
that's
Academia.
I haven't gotten that far. I don't know who that is.
Very
Don't worry about it. We gotta get on
we
with
have a lot to
news.
talk about. So, WandaVision ended.
Man.
I have yet to watch WandaVision.
I watched the
Oh.
first episode. The second episode started playing. I'm like, I want to go to bed. And I haven't really had a whole lot of willpower to continue watching.
There's I have a couple friends from back home who, and like this is such a weird thing because they're always so divided. So like obviously firsthand everybody's like, it's a Marvel piece, it's really good, and then there's a couple of them that are like, no, it's this adds nothing to the universe. I'm like, I disagree with that.
I disagree with that too.
I highly disagree with that because like you got a bunch of really cool stuff. I'm not gonna say anything because you know it's still pretty fresh. It just recently finished, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna divulge anything. But I don't know, man. I love how much growth they've given Vision. They really built out his character. They're also making Wanda a wonderful character as well. She's finally becoming the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I love
that's who she is.
I love Wanda and I love the Scarlet Witch, and I need to like kind of go into it and like find time to like actually sit down and like watch it. I've heard great things about it, but the one thing that confuses me, I can't ever remember if it happened. Does this happen after like Age of Ultron
Yes.
and
Yeah.
before
This is happening-
Civil War?
No, this is happening after every movie that has come out so far.
This is after Endgame.
Yeah.
This is after
This is after
I think
Endgame?
This is
Yeah.
it's happening I think at the same time as Far From Home, or at
Yeah.
least around the same time as it.
It is.
Because I thought it
So
was.
this is what Wanda's doing after the world ended and then kind of came back, but is still ended for her.
Yes.
It's a weird
Yeah,
thing.
it's a weird thing dealing with grief. However, we get Peter Evans' version of Quicksilver, which is interesting because that is slowly bringing in the
Nope.
It's not bringing in the
No.
X-Men. No.
I'm
They basically.
mad about it.
They talked about it already.
Yeah.
It's not going to be bringing anything in. I thought it was going to be something really cool, like it's going to open up the multiverse, and it's like in that universe, Magneto is their actual father, as opposed to
Yeah.
them just being children who have powers.
Yeah.
Because in
Yeah.
this universe, they're like, I don't know, they're just a pair of twins. That's about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
they're just a pair of twins that were experimented on by a Nazi organization. It's fine.
I thought it was Russian, a Russian organization.
No, it was Hydra.
It was Hydra.
They were experimented on by Hydra.
They basically implanted themselves into Sokovia
Yeah.
and raised these children, kind of trying to do a Captain America, but green and evil.
Yes.
And they were evil for a while until
Sure.
things.
Yes.
Yes.
Which we will not get into. But while Kenzie slowly tries to rebuild her brain, we have some more stuff going on
It's
with
not
Marvel.
possible.
It's tough.
not possible.
With the Eternals. So Simon, you wanted to talk about
Yes. So the Eternals are super neat. They're making a movie. It's coming out sometime soon. I don't remember exactly when. Let me actually go ahead and read the thing, because I need to read to be,
While you're looking that up, I'm going to say a few names that are going to be involved in the movie. Angelina Jolie.
Cool.
Gemma Chan. Brian Tyree Henry. Richard Madden. Kumail... I'm so sorry for saying this name incorrectly. Nanjiani?
Nanjiani. Yeah. Also, Kit Harington's in it.
Kit Harington! My boy!
He's playing the Marvel version of the Black Knight.
My boy!
So, Eternals is supposed to be released in theaters on November 5th of this year. So it's coming. It's coming. But basically, the Eternals are the people who came to Earth and kind of started the meta-human evolution, giving where people started to have powers and stuff. They're an ancient race of celestial beings, more or less.
See, I want to ask a question, but
Yeah.
it's a stupid
No,
question.
please ask away.
And
Please ask away.
It's going to be like, why is she on this show kind of question.
No, go for it.
Is that the one with the oversized talking dog?
No, I'm glad you asked that though. That's a very good question. That's the Inhumans.
Inhumans. Okay.
They're kind of like the reason the X-Men exist, more or less, because they came to Earth, and the Terrigen mist happened because of them, which that caused people to mutate, and then after the mist went away, people continued to mutate, and that's what created mutants. So yeah.
Looking at the artwork, which
It's
is what we're
super
talking
neat.
about, it reminds me of Brian K. Vaughan's Paper Girls. I don't know if you've ever read Paper Girls.
I haven't, but I think I've seen some of it, and I know what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I can show you guys a picture for comparison. But I'm really these look so cool.
Yeah. So it's talking about the Marvel villain Crow. He is well known throughout the Eternals timeline. His abilities include shape shifting, accelerating, healing factors. So Wolverine, he's immortal. Physical attributes, but then again, okay, so the immortal thing, all of the Eternals are immortal as well. They're immortal heroes, kind of. Straight up, one of the characters' names is Gilgamesh.
Nice.
So it's straight up,
yeah.
it's actual kind of characters from myth and legend and stuff, but not really. They do create their own people. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting line that they're starting to go through, and I'm excited to see where this is going to fit in. If it's just going to be a prequel thing, or if it's, I don't know. It's exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Just even the artwork, it just gets me all tingly. Yeah, so Netflix. This is something Kenzie was about to bring up a little bit early.
Yeah.
But Netflix is getting rid of a bunch of animes, a bunch of popular animes. So we kind of mentioned it, but The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 1 will be taken off. This is also going to include the popular series Hunter x Hunter, Ouran High School Host Club.
Blasphemy.
I know. And Attack on Titan.
That's okay.
I'm glad you agree with that. I'm glad you agree that. Man, I know that Attack on Titan is like the most popular streamed thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've always hated it.
Yeah.
I've always disliked it.
I tried to get into it, but I literally could not. Like, I didn't really care about any of the characters. I felt like most of them were just cannon fodder anyways.
They were. None of them were redeemable. None of them had any good morals even.
As someone who does like the show, season
Defend
1.
yourself.
Defend yourself.
Season 1 is really good. I like season 1.
I'll give you that. Season 1 is pretty nice.
Also, the openers are bops. And
Okay,
I
the
will not
openers
take
are pretty cool.
I will not take criticism on that.
It's not as good as some
See,
openers.
it's
What
Attack
show?
on Titan.
Attack
Attack
on
on Titans. Okay.
My main
I was
thing.
thinking it was like the
Host Club?
yes.
We
Oh
can
no,
talk about
Host
that in a
Club is
minute.
amazing and wonderful and should never ever be attacked.
That's
but
why I
it's
was
fine.
confused.
My main thing with Attack on Titan is that I'm seeing so many things about like what's currently happening and that people are apparently just okay with what's happening.
Genocide
Yeah.
and fascism and
Yeah.
yeah, it's not
haven't-
not an okay thing right
I
now.
haven't been keeping up with it because I was like, I'm just going to wait until season 3 gets dubbed. And then I didn't go back because I was like, ooh, shiny.
Aaron Yeager loses some nuts, man.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. But
He's
here's
gone crazy.
I'm not surprised. My thing was, even in season 1, it was getting very predictable where they'd be like, oh, this person in their class was a Titan too. And to the point, I messaged a friend who was also watching it, Connor Raby. And,
Yeah.
and I was like, is everyone in this class a Titan? Like, is it just a class of Titans that were all like, oh, I'm going to hide and pretend to be a human?
I think it was everyone but 2.
Pretty much,
essentially.
yeah.
I
and
don't
the
think
two,
What it
Sasha
boiled
was.
down to.
yeah.
Potato Girl better not have been a Titan.
No, she
No.
wasn't.
Good.
She ended up dying though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all I know
Again, everyone except for like Aaron, Armin, and Mikasa are just cannon fodder.
Oh,
Eventually.
even Armin's cannon fodder.
Yeah.
So basically, the only things I know is, hi, I'm Kenzie. I like to watch My Hero Academia, Full Metal Alchemist. I've started watching Naruto a little bit.
Oof.
That's a good one. Are you watching the original or Shippuden?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
The original
Yes.
the original has a ton of filler episodes. Have you seen
It does.
Oh, is it like the 800? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm watching the original.
You're watching the original.
Yes.
Proud of you, first off. Second off, only good filler episode ever there's 2. Only good 2 filler episodes in anime ever is the Naruto episode where they're trying to take Kakashi's mask off.
Yes, that was
And
hilarious.
the episode of Dragon Ball Z where Goku learns to drive.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out for those ones. And then
They're both pretty good.
I've seen a few episodes of Seven Deadly Sins.
I'd stay away from that one.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I'm like 2 episodes in, and then like Corey said, ooh, shiny.
I personally found Seven Deadly Sins was okay, but it also is just it gets convoluted.
After the first season, it's not worth watching.
No.
So Joel Harmer is surprised that we're talking bad about Attack on Titan.
Why?
I mean, okay, I'm gonna.
Thank you for agreeing again.
I'm gonna be like 100% honest. Attack on Titan is not appealing. I
No.
don't find it to be appealing.
That's okay. It's not. The art style is not for everybody, which is something I totally understand. And
It's not the
It's
art
not
style.
the art
it's
style,
the plot.
it's the writing. The
Yes,
plot's
well,
bad.
like, because I've read up on the plot. Like, I don't mind the art style at all. But then I started reading the plot, and I just kind of started. I watched like a few episodes of it when it was like on
Probably.
on TV,
Hulu.
like
Or
it's-
on like.
on like the original TV, and I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
this is not appealing. I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable.
yeah, it's not meant for everybody, which
Mm-hmm.
is totally fine. Or on High School Host Club, though, I'm very upset.
Yep.
I'm very upset.
I don't care if you can watch it other places. The fact that they're taking it off of Netflix hurts.
Yeah, because it's been on Netflix ever since I started watching anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the longest running anime
Hey,
on
it's
Netflix.
been on Netflix since I started watching anime.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
it stopped.
Yeah,
Man.
Yeah, it's been on there since at least middle school for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm surprised they're taking these shows off, and I wonder if it has something to do with Funimation and their contract with Hulu.
That's probably what
It
it
probably is, but
Funimation has a contract with Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're either owned by like the same parent company or they have like a very close working relationship because most anime that you can find on Funimation is also available on Hulu.
Yeah.
My surprise comes from the fact that Ouran High School Host Club has been popular for a long time. Attack on Titan has been popular for a long time. Hunter x Hunter has regained a lot of traction on TikTok with a lot of
Man.
anime community members.
Is
I-
Hunter,
going into
is
it.
Hunter x Hunter good? Because it's been
I
one
haven't
It's pretty
played
good.
about
Yeah.
So
that I'm kind of interested in
it's
watching.
yeah, I would go ahead and watch it for the culture mainly. It's really interesting. Imagine My Hero Academia, but like fantasy-esque setting. It's really neat.
It's also in
less
an older
school.
style.
And less school, yeah. It's definitely more in that traditional
I'd have to
shonen
say-
style.
I'd say it's
It's
kind of
really
like
nice.
Naruto more. Than
Yeah, it is
My
a lot like
Hero.
more. It is a lot like Naruto mixed with My Hero.
You
kind of
you
thing.
had me at kind of fantasy My Hero.
Yeah. Okay. So literally, the main character Gon. Nobody knows who his father is,
Yeah.
except he does, but for some weird reason. But he has some weird like hidden power within him that he's told never to use, and then he starts using it, and he's like, "Wow, I'm gonna keep doing that." And then Killua comes around, and I love him. He's great. He has lightning abilities.
And
from an
draws out the
assassin
evil
family.
clown.
Yeah. We don't talk about Hisoka. Hisoka is a bad touch
Wait,
man.
wait,
do
wait.
not talk
Did you
about-
say evil cloud?
Clown.
Oh, clown.
There is a creepy clown that for some
Hisoka.
weird reason I see a lot of TikTok videos for, and it
He's-
hurts.
Yeah.
He's way too sexual to be fighting against kids. Is the thing?
really
Is why
is.
everybody dislikes him. So yeah.
He's very disturbing. I haven't watched it, but he's very disturbing.
Yeah, he's not a comfortable character. I love his design and I love his abilities and stuff. He's basically Gaara, except if he was a clown,
Yeah.
minus the sand. That's basically what he is.
Yes.
It's like he has an impenetrable defense, is all it is.
Yes. But don't worry. As far as anime that you can still watch, as of right now, Haikyuu is safe, as it should be. But if you are concerned about... Let me have my volleyball anime.
I just don't like the fandom. You know why.
I know why.
You know why.
I know.
I always find myself in those areas way too fast
See,
anyway.
It's so interesting that you do because I never come across those areas.
I don't know. I
I
think
never
it's just
do.
because
Like I don't hit any of like the fandoms. Like
I think
It's
it's
probably for the best if you don't.
I know, and it's great that I don't. But
feel
like
like
I
it's-
just don't, and it's wonderful.
for me it's probably just because I interact with content creators and stuff that are like somehow connected to that community in some way or
Hi.
some form. Not you. There are other people, but still, it's still that
No,
like
it's only Corey.
it is just Corey. Corey, you're the reason Haikyuu is bad.
But yeah, I've been able to like manage to like, and I don't know how, but my entire life, like I've been able to avoid all like the extremely toxic fandoms.
The question is do you seek out like the fandom stuff? though?
Sometimes, yes, I do.
Interesting.
Because if you don't actively seek them out, then you're not going to find them. Even if like you
Yeah.
somehow get into the media that has the toxic fandom, you're not going to find it if you don't seek it out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sometimes I do go seek stuff out to like figure out more about the world and everything and more about the characters and backgrounds on them, but I really don't get into like I guess I just haven't found any of the toxicness in any of the shows I watch, which is
Which is surprising because you're really into My Hero, which has been
Yeah.
of controversy lately. But
Yeah.
that is going to wrap up our news segment before we get into that.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much for another great nerd segment. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always,
you
nerd it here first.